everyone, Arnaldo Hoffman here with Master School Dances, and after an incredible homecoming season, we try to find different ways every single time to shorten our load. And of course, switching from the regular 360 clamps to the snap clamps, going from the ST132s to the DT4000s, all these little things allow us to speed up our setup time. But the most tedious part is running DMX cabling. This is especially true when I have Monica doing DMX cabling to the center of the trussing in the middle of the floor. It becomes a huge hassle. So of course we switched over to the WIFLY series. The WIFLY series is fantastic because it works, it's simple, it's plug and play. I've been using it from rigs anywhere from a $1,200 homecoming to a $10,000 homecoming. If I trust it with that, I promise you, you can trust it the same. But now they've upped the game with the battery version. The WIFLY battery is absolutely incredible in every way, shape, and form because it still retains its small size. It's slightly bigger, of course, because there is a battery, but all the features are still there with a couple extras. On this side here, we have the battery meter, which is right now, I would say probably around 90%. And it's crazy because the last time I used it was actually 2 weeks ago. And it was, plugged in, everything worked great. Spent 2 weeks without me using it, without it being charged. And it's still right around the 90% mark, which is fantastic. On the right hand side, we have the Lifelike Strength. This to me is the biggest advantage of the new revision of the WIFLY transceivers and of course the WIFLY battery, and that is because it's going to allow me to see if there's anything that's impeding or whatnot. On this particular problem, there's about 2 or 3 different wireless 2.4 gigahertz devices, so I can just switch to frequencies until that's gone, or that I see that my other Wi-Fi, when it connects to it, isn't interrupted, and just makes life a lot easier. Now, like the traditional WIFLY transceivers, we have DMX in and DMX out, and automatically detects if it's going to be a transmitter or a receiver. And of course, we have a 3-pin or a 5-pin both ways. On the other side, of course, we have a standard 2.4 gigahertz standard of antenna. Just goes in, we're good to go there. And just to give you an idea, I have ran this thing about, I would say 300 some odd feet, and it's picked it up nice and clear, no interruptions, no disruptions of the DMX signal. One of the problems with, or one of the scary things about using a wireless transmission is that the slightest packet loss and your whole signal goes absolutely crazy. And that was one of the things that I was scared of when I started going into wireless DMX. I've used other units in the past, years ago, and they all but with the WiFlex and now the WIFLY, I've had no issues. We ran my systems flawlessly. The Omega mount on the WIFLY battery is slightly larger. It's a little bit of a different design, but it's still the same concept. You screw them in and you're done. Now you'll see here the tiny little clamp. This is the Global Truss Mini 360 F14 clamp, which on the little crossbars of the F34 truss, it clamps in perfectly. So this allows me to hide it inconspicuously inside the truss. Now this is rated to have a long-lasting battery. I can tell you this right now that I've had this thing on for over 12 hours and it still kicks. So I don't expect to have any events over 12 hours, but it's really good to know that. So a lot of you may be asking yourselves, well, why do I need a battery-powered transceiver? I'm near a wall outlet, I'm good to go. And that's absolutely true. However, you don't realize how important something like this is until you have your power go out on you. Now your lights will reboot and everything right away, but you know what I don't want to happen? I don't want this thing to lose signal. Now it hasn't happened yet, and it shouldn't, because with these little dip switches, it'll automatically lock in. But I'd rather have 0 interruptions of any kind. That's including with power going out or anything like that, or brownouts. I mean, this is Florida. People have done stupid things here where they trip over outlets, or we have brownouts, etc. Whatever the point may be, I know that if I have this plugged in, and I usually do, and the power goes out for any reason, I know my DMX signal, my wireless DMX chain is still strong and has not been interrupted. So again, the WIFLY battery, I fully endorse this thing as the best wireless transceiver out there. Again, not just this particular model, but all of the WIFLY units. But the battery powered, plus these little meters and the stupid low cost, make this thing the excellent choice for anybody wanting to break out of the box, literally and figuratively. So again, my name is Arnaldo Hoffman with Master School Dances. Thank you guys so much for paying attention. Good night and God bless.